Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Wow!
Oh yeah, we're definitely streaming proper. So you're ready for the real thing?
We are ready for the real thing.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
That's right. That's right.
I got some nipple socks.
All right, so when I
Nipple
point at you, you'll be
socks.
good to go.
All right.
When you point at me, we are good to go. We are good to go.
Hide your strap-ons, put away your biscuits, and get ready for the ride of your life. It's time for free candy in the van of comedy. It's time for two clueless dudes.
Woo! Here we are again. Two clueless dudes.
Just hanging out on Friday. It is 5 o'clock somewhere, especially here. We got our drinks on. We got our hats on.
Got our hats on.
The Duffster has sent out a perfect hat for Waz, supposedly. And,
Waz, allegedly.
We appreciate that. We do so much to talk about today. We've got some interesting news. We're gonna get into some interesting what's going on in the movie and in the gaming industry.
It's
Every
exciting.
once in a while we talk about the gaming industry. Today's going to be one of those days. There's a lot going on.
Every once in a while, every episode, we talk about the gaming.
Yeah.
Not enough.
With that, given it COVID-19 out there, it's kind of stalled the production of a lot of things, gaming and movie related.
Yes, it has.
So there's definitely been some issues. Definitely been some issues. Definitely.
Definitely.
We're going to need some Reddit revenge. We got History's Mysteries.
History's Mysteries is on the horizon.
It's going to be a packed show, but let's go ahead and start off.
Speaking of starting off, I realize I'm going to have to change my ID on my phone now, too. I did the same thing you did last time and punch it in on camera. Uh-oh. Now that I pointed out so everyone can,
Go back and
now
watch
that
it.
everybody.
Yeah, you have 2 hours to use that.
2, 1, 4, 6.
Go to my bank.
Go to
It's the last 4 of my social security number.
sell it to Pablo.
I just celebrate. I just did the same thing.
It's been a fun week.
Yeah, you have finally finished the first season of
Umbrella
Academy.
Yeah, I finished that last week.
Yeah, last week. But
and
we
th-
didn't
and
really
then-
we didn't really jump in.
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So I am thoroughly impressed with Umbrella Academy. And if you haven't watched the first season of Umbrella Academy, too bad, spoiler alert. From the very first episode until the very end, I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea what was going to be bringing the apocalypse. And then, episode 8, I figured it out.
Episode 8.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
This dude's a bad dude, but he's not the bad dude.
Right.
The
It's-
Umbrella Academy person.
Right. It's really interesting how, and I like that they kept the theme even in the second one that
Yeah.
they're responsible for their own undoing.
Yes.
And I think it
it's
comes
a continuance
and I
into the
think-
second season.
Episode 7 or 8 when they have the whole rewind
Yeah.
scene, and you realize, oh my God, had they just left things alone, they would have figured it all out.
Yeah. Totally.
But instead, they effed it all up.
But on the other hand, what's the bad people? The commission.
Commission.
The commission's always a step ahead.
Pretty much.
It's
But
tough.
that's
it's
their job.
tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I think it's a really interesting thing to think of, like a group of people there just to protect to make sure certain things actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the theme held well in the second season. I totally agree.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm currently on episode 8. I will be finishing
Yep, I'm on 9.
8 and 9 tonight,
Yeah.
and hopefully watching 10 either late
Yeah.
tonight or tomorrow.
I'm super stoked, and I want to get it done because we all know Lucifer is right around.
Right around the corner.
Or did it already come out? When's it come
No,
out?
it has not come out yet. I think it comes out the
22nd?
Something.
20
yeah.
something? Jeff knows. Jeff will know. But one of the things that I really appreciated was how wholesome the story really was.
Yeah.
I mean, everything felt like it went together, and nothing really felt forced in the storyline. And there's some far out things, and there are times when it gets a little campy. 21st, okay. But overall, I think they did a really good job of fleshing. I wish they could have done that with the Star Wars trilogy they just did.
Yeah. Well,
You know, the latest Star Wars trilogy, they're all over the place.
right.
There's gaping holes. There's things you don't understand. You're frustrated as hell.
Right.
And now you got Palpatines living in Skywalker Ranch. What the fuck? Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Tell them about the Twinkie.
Yeah, tell them about the Twinkie. I hate. I was talking to somebody. We were talking to my sister-in-law yesterday, and we brought up Star Wars, and it just
Yes, I did.
it hit me just how much I truly have problems with those three movies. I
Yeah.
really, and you know what, I really want.
Well, when
to
they're
enjoy
all
them.
bad, they're all bad.
You know, and you know, I've had some people. There are those out there who believe, well, you know, it's because it's not your Star Wars, right? Our
Yeah.
Star Wars were different, right?
Yeah, nah.
And then other people's Star Wars are different.
That sounds like
and this is the
hogwash.
Star Wars for the new generation. I said, but it's not the content. It's
Right.
the character of the story. It's the character of the movie that I
Right.
have an issue with. You know what I mean? There's parts where, yeah, it feels Star Warsy. I mean, you got the Star Warsy music and you've got Star Warsy figures.
You got the intro that comes down that reads you the
Yeah,
whole thing
yeah,
in
yeah.
space.
Yeah. You got Waz.
And that's about as
It's
far.
Star Wars-esque.
Yeah, Star Waz. That should be your next costume character.
I don't care for Star Wars in any form or fashion.
Yeah, you're a Star
unfortunately.
Trek fan, and I have bones to pick with Star Trek too.
Well,
third-
Bones is at least a character.
Star Trek is, you know what? Some people didn't like the second one. I actually found it to be very, very fun and entertaining. I really liked the second one. I like Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm glad to hear that.
But the third one was just absolutely awful. I mean, they beat the bad guy by playing Beastie Boys music. That made me so angry because I was like,
remember this.
I spent 2 hours of my life for you to win with Beastie Boy music. I don't even like Beastie Boys.
Well, they started, if you remember, they started Star Wars
With the
or
Beastie
Star
Boys?
Trek with the Beastie Boys, and then he steals his dad's
Right, exactly.
stepdad's car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, Jeff brings a point. For him, for Star Wars, the overall goal not being story driven, but selling toys driven, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
They tried to make it a money grab,
Yeah, of course.
and they ruined it. And we
Wasn't
know
that the first ones, though, kind of too? Or was it really about, like, the Wild West dream of story more so? and
So
then-
the first one was really a story about compromise. He
That
had
makes
a
sense.
vision, and the producer said, "Well, we like some of this stuff, but you're going to have to indulge us." So we have, especially in Return of the Jedi, the Ewoks weren't originally supposed to be there, but he needed something for them to sell.
Oh, okay.
So he made he made these little constellations.
But story came first.
But it was still, any constellation he made was still story driven. This was not story driven. It was almost like they said, "Hey, what do you think would sell? Okay, put that in the movie. Yeah, make that a focal point. Yeah, oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, how do we get these porgs in there?
Yeah, how do we get those porgs in there?" Well, I've heard the rumor is that the island was actually covered in penguins, and they used the porgs to CG out the penguins. I don't know if that's actually true. but
I want it to be true.
I want it to be true.
Well, on a better note, this Truly Pineapple hard seltzer is fantastic.
Yeah, I went with the Red's Wicked Apple.
Yeah, cheers.
Very delish.
Cheers.
And again, just so you all know, next week we will be having the man, the myth, the legend, John Wayne Bobbitt, on our show, talking to
Yes, we
us
will.
exclusively his side of the story.
Yeah, he's got new stuff he wants to
And
talk
he's
about.
got video. He's got everything. I'm very excited.
Kudos to whoever left Stella's in the studio.
Holla at your boy.
Got my
Right.
Stella on today.
The cutscene of stormtroopers installing the toilet main. You know, that was another thing that kind of bothered me. The whole Fin 209 thing. FN 209.
Yeah, I just didn't like
Or-
any of it.
He claims that he basically was a janitor, but in the first scene he was out there with a gun in his hand.
Yeah, well.
Right? Obviously, he must have been a better janitor than a stormtrooper, because he sucked that right up.
That's true. I actually forgot that. He was a stormtrooper, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how shitty the
He
movie
was a
is.
stormtrooping janitor, apparently. I don't think
Storm janitor.
Storm janitor. Now that's a movie I'd watch. How great would it have been?
That'd be like a spinoff of Spaceballs.
How great would it have been to have somebody make a movie about a janitor on the Death Star during during episode 4, right? A New Hope, and it's the entire story. He has no idea what's going on. The entire story is just from his point of view. The janitor.
That'd be great.
And the craziness that's going on, and there's people swinging from shit.
What if you side plot
and
that
he's trying
like-
to like fix it up, and he manages to escape.
You see
Even
him
better-
come out of the janitor closet, and he looks down the hallway, and there's people shooting, and you just see him look each
Yeah.
way, and then immediately close the door.
Yeah.
I'm just
And it's-
entirely picturing Titanic, but with yeah.
And it's literally just him talking shit about all the people going around breaking stuff, and I was super pissed off. And then
Another blaster hole.
yeah, god damn it. And then like he should be able to escape, and only
Well,
to
the
get
janitor's not the
reassigned.
same as the maintenance
Only
guy.
to get reassigned to the next Death Star that takes place in Empire Strike Back. So there he is again, and then it blows up again. It'd be hilarious. I'd watch that.
Especially if he
A laser
escapes.
street sweeper, yeah.
Because it'd be like too predictable if he just dies at the end or whatever.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
escapes too, it'd be so epic.
Yeah. And then he turns out to be like, he's like a nephew of Palpatine, and that's why he's got the job.
Nice.
He's like
But
nobody
that's
likes
the only
him. but-
reason he got it. He's like the second cousin.
Yeah, he's like the second cousin of
He's
the
like-
Palpatine. He's like, fine, I'll give you a job.
space nepotism.
Go clean my shit.
Clean my pooper. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Yes, clean the dark side.
it can't get any worse than what it is.
Well, right, and I think they showed that with The Mandalorian. They show that you can make, not only can you make a good Star Wars movie, you don't even need Jedi to do it.
It's true.
There you go. You were lit so much better without that hat. How's that haircut? What happened there?
I don't know.
Like you've got a great hair situation.
It's going on right
At
now.
this point, can't leave that on the table.
Boom.
Dang, I feel like I should take my hat off now.
Maybe.
I
getting
got my
hot.
hair did.
Well, your brim's not in the way. Oh, it shows. Yeah, but you showed off your hair last week.
Yeah, you did.
Let's see how it grew
yeah,
in.
yeah,
No,
yeah, it's true. Last week you got to see the sexiness of the hair.
you can let it out.
So
I feel like we deserve it now.
We've made
Yeah.
some changes to the studio. I don't know if everybody's noticed, but we have done some changing.
Unfortunately, I sit next to
Added a
Mike
wall.
now.
I know. That's weird. I can
you
smell
could
them
be
already.
over here, but it just wouldn't look good. Like it'd just be back of the mic's head cam a lot.
That's probably his
I mean,
best
I'm
view.
fine with that.
Yeah, and then I'd block him over here. Nah.
Especially with the hat.
Only with the hat.
I'm Maleficent now.
yeah,
Yeah.
The,
all right.
the Duffster thought that you needed a hat.
he did.
He is correct. He picked the right hat too. This is like my soul right now.
Is your
It looks
soul-
good on you.
I'm feeling like a
Like
a
I feel like
harbinger of darkness.
Maleficent could be like your spirit animal.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Maleficent today.
Yeah. I definitely think so.
You look Maleficent.
Thank you.
Yeah, straight up
There
Maleficent.
it is.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and I forgot to share to all of our fun feathered friends out there. I figure I
Oh.
should probably do that, huh?
To our
Feathered
crows.
friends, like literally for birds.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm part of a whole
like
bunch of bird pages.
crows and robins and
Birds
stuff
are
like
cool.
that. He forgot to
There we go.
share that we're live
Yeah.
on Facebook and
You got
YouTube and Twitch and Apple and all the other good, fantastic other platforms.
Well, anyway, I digress. Umbrella Academy is definitely worth your time.
Yes, it is.
I think that's kind of the shtick. Now, what's interesting is when I watched the preview, it gave me zero interest because I thought it looked really campy. Especially
I
the
said
gorilla
exact same
guy.
thing.
But they did a
Pogo.
really good. No, Pogo was. I mean the Luther.
Oh, Luther.
Yeah, but it turned out to be just real fun, really well done.
Yeah.
Very
well-
complex.
very, very, very well done.
I know
I'm
that.
actually very interested in the graphic novels.
I know that season 2 of The Boys is coming out. Did you watch The Boys?
I didn't get into that. I tried to watch it.
It's-
It didn't do anything for me.
It's really brutal to the point that it probably it's too brutal. It's too brutal. But it's also like they were like, hey, what if like we actually kind of used some sort of physics with superhero powers, and could a person run through another person? The answer is probably yes.
Well, if you watch
I'm not a
Umbrella
scientist.
Academy, Ben clearly does that to Klaus. Duh.
Right, yeah. Oh, that's right. So Jeff's talking about it. There's another series called Cursed. I have not seen Cursed yet. I believe it is also on Netflix. I really want to see it. He says good things about that and Winona Earp. But that's on the Sci-Fi. It's on the Sci-Fi channel. Now, Sci-Fi also just ran a documentary on Todd McFarlane.
Mm.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Todd McFarlane is...
I do.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane is the creator of Spawn.
Oh, okay.
And he was actually kind of, he was a black sheep of the comic book industry because he was doing things like
Really?
full page spreads. He was having, pictures, span over other,
Breaking rules.
yeah, he was just breaking rules basically, and painting things that are coming out at you, things that just weren't really done before. And he was kind of poo-pooed from Marvel for that for a long time. And even when he did Spider-Man, they really didn't even give Todd McFarlane his due. And
It led a whole indie comics scene.
it really did. He himself was really what spawned a lot of these.
Ah,
Yeah. David regardless of Spawn. Come on, Phil. Come on, man.
Come on. Yeah, come on.
Like Biden would say, come on, man.
Forget about it.
So,
Well,
yeah.
he would say that, but he would just forget it.
Yeah, but
He
he'd say,
would-
come on, man, and then not have any idea what to say next.
Yeah.
Then question your race.
Yeah.
If you
What,
don't, if
what
you're,
are you
if you're
again? You look
black
like you're,
and you don't
you
vote
look like
for
you're
me,
part Brillo pad. Can you vote?
You're not a good scraper unless you vote for me.
That's right.
You're not a redhead if you vote.
So basically, he led this whole movement of indie comics. Now,
sure.
what a lot of people don't know is he was also sued massively for it, over and over again. This man has probably lost tens upon tens of millions of dollars in lawsuits
Wow.
and continued to rebuild himself. And now this kind of is a good segue into this next chunk. Jamie Foxx is in talks to rekindle a Spawn movie,
Oh, no kidding.
and he would like to star as Spawn.
Jamie Foxx is Spawn. Dope.
Yeah, well, because Spawn is black, for those of you who don't know, but a great character.
Well, you don't have
from
to
hell.
be, anymore.
I didn't know he had
Right.
skin
No, I think
anymore.
you have to be now. Right? Yeah, I think he's kind of skinless. He's like a skinless wing, not a boneless wing.
Yeah, that's like what threw me off. Like I didn't know that until he was.
Oh, really? You didn't know it?
I should have known. But yeah, like.
But
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
he was just like a flaming skull that didn't have race. or
That's
whatever.
Ghost Rider.
I mix them up.
Yeah, from time to time, man. I actually really enjoy Ghost Rider as well.
But what do you think of Jamie Foxx?
I think Jamie Foxx would be a kick-ass Spawn.
I think he's shown that he can play characters.
He can play. He's very, very diverse. He can
Yeah.
do just about anything.
He played Electro, which I actually wasn't great, but he himself was not bad as Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2. The movie itself, I mean, but
Let me ask you this: do you think
he was really good in Horrible Bosses. He plays Motherfucker Jones.
Oh.
That's
do
his
you,
name.
Do you think that Will Smith's career took a hit with Justice League?
Will Smith.
Will.
Do I think his career took a hit with Suicide Squad? You mean?
Or was it Suicide Squad?
Yeah, because he plays.
Oh, it was Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Yes,
Suicide
it was
Squad.
Suicide Squad. Do you think his career took a hit from Suicide Squad?
Oh, interesting. Jeff says the last Spawn was Nicole Williamson's last movie. The guy who played Merlin in Excalibur. Useless trivia. I did not know that. But what about? Do I think his career is ruined because of that?
Not ruined, but do you
No.
think it took a hit?
Yeah. I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Jamie. Oh, Will Smith. Yeah, we're talking about
Will Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because actually, if you really look through Will Smith's movie career, he's not really been on the right side of critical acclaim for his movies. You know what I mean? I Am Legend didn't do well.
Let's do this. What is your
Independence
favorite?
Day was probably one of his best.
What's your favorite?
Wild Wild
Will
West
Smith?
was a great Will Smith movie, and that didn't do well.
That's if you
Critically
like
panned.
slapstick.
Yeah.
but it was a good movie. It kind of reminded me of Briscoe County Jr.
Will Smith reminds
What
me
up,
of.
playa?
Remember when Robin Williams
Watching
would
it from
just
the
take.
full screen. Ooh.
There are good and bad Robin Williams movies because he would just say yes to everything.
It's
I
true.
think that's Will Smith.
Right. And I almost have to. He did that movie
That's
with
Nick
his kid.
Cage.
Yeah, perfect.
Nick Cage will
Him too.
take any role.
Good and bad.
offered.
Yeah. Will Smith's the black Nick Cage.
Nick Cage's best movie. Honestly, his best movie is probably
Oversimplification.
it's probably Face Off,
Probably.
because he's mostly played by John Travolta.
I don't know. I think in hindsight, like today,
Holy shit! Did he really just say that?
I think people think of National Treasure first, as
Yeah,
far as
National
like
Treasure.
everybody.
That and Con Air.
Yeah.
well, how did we skip to Nick Cage? We're talking about Will Smith.
Same thing.
Yeah, but he's not as interesting as Nick Cage.
Okay,
They're
so
really like practically the same person.
my favorite Nick Cage.
Yes. Yeah, same skin tone and everything.
My favorite Nick Cage movie would probably.
A Pursuit of Happiness is my favorite Will Smith movie.
Oh, worthy.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Independence Day, hands down for Will Smith.
I actually
know.
saw that with my father in
Me
the movie
too.
theater. I've seen very few
Wow.
theater
Seen
movies.
again in the theater?
I saw it in the theater with my dad when it first came out, Independence
Oh,
Day.
rad.
I'd probably
Yep.
go Rock.
I've also seen Turner and Hooch when it first came out in the movie theater at Riverside Hotel Cinemaplex in Laughlin.
Is that the old Turner and Hooch, like when we were kids? Whoa, trippy.
I saw that when it came out in theaters. Also, Arachnophobia.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go with The Rock for Nick Cage.
Oh, The Rock? No, dude, he's a wrestler. We're not talking about The Rock. But if you want to talk about The Rock, we'll talk about The Rock.
Okay.
So wasn't there a movie called The Rock that didn't have The Rock in it?
Yes.
Also starred Sean Connery, and it was a great
Sean
movie.
Connery.
And he's got the. I love that movie because.
want to know if you like your haircut.
And he gets the Ferrari, and he's like, fuck it,
Yeah.
and goes nuts.
God.
I love The Rock. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Yeah, another good.
All right.
yeah.
So, what's your
Probably-
favorite The
that's great.
Rock movie?
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't have one. So,
Jumanji?
Yes.
Really?
Probably. I
Was
mean,
The Rock
Jumanji was
ever
really
in
good.
Fast and the Furious or mixing
Oh,
up
He
with
was.
the other guy? Okay.
Yeah,
that's-
he
Yes.
was, and he did not get along with
With Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Yeah, they
at
hated
all.
each other.
Matter of fact, they wouldn't even let him on set
Yeah,
together.
they weren't allowed to do the scenes together.
His Tokyo Drift was legit a good movie.
Right?
I saw that movie.
I legit think that Tokyo Drift was probably one of the best in the franchise.
If not,
Self-Lone Dreams. I haven't seen that, Jeff. I'm gonna
it's
have to
like
watch that.
one that you start watching and you accidentally watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I actually saw that at midnight when it was first released
Nice.
at the United Artist cinemas across the street from the Monte Carlo on the Strip. You know, the cinema on the Strip.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was the only white person there. It was super awkward and very uncomfortable. And the movie didn't start on time, so everybody was crabby, and I was like, I'm gonna die here. This is it. I'm gonna die.
know what's cool
They're gonna
about that,
find my
though?
body, and they'd be like, oh, this fool was watching Tokyo Drift.
What I love hearing about that though is I love the idea of like more black people getting into dope cars. Like why is car culture so pasty?
Yeah,
Let's
I
get
mean,
everyone into
Luda-
car culture.
Luda, you know what I'm
perfect
saying?
example, yeah.
Represent.
Yeah, and of course,
Boom.
of course, was it Ice-T that did? No, I'm thinking of MTV Pimp My Ride.
Oh, that's Exhibit, baby.
Exhibit!
Yeah.
That's Exhibit.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
if we
West
if
Coast
we're gonna talk,
Customs.
if we're gonna
Poppy
talk,
Collar.
Yeah.
if we're gonna talk movies by those of color, I don't think there is a better movie than Friday. I think
Really. Hella, the whole franchise.
was that Ice Cube and
Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
Well, only in the first one.
Right, but I'm talking about the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't say Fridays,
Yeah.
I was the one that said like the
Oh.
franchise.
Yeah.
but the first one. I thought that was a
Really?
great
Hell
movie.
yeah.
Stands the test of time.
That's when I gotta rewatch because it's been forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
been
good. What?
way too long.
My neck.
My neck and my back.
I'm suing y'all for $250,000.
I settle out of court for right now if I die.
I'll sell out of court for $20. Hey, give me a beer. It's my birthday. Today's your birthday? I don't know what day is it. Love that movie. It's very quotable. Fantastic movie. All right, so it is time for us to do the Billy Bob Thornton thing.
Dang.
We got to pay some bills. We got to let all of our sponsors know that we believe in them, and
Hey,
you
Dennis.
do too.
Hey, it's Dennis Mitchell, host of Breakfast with the Beatles here on Radio Vegas Rocks, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate Crazy Jay on 5 years of keeping Vegas rockin' with one very cool radio station. I met up with Jay just before he put it on the air, and we've been close friends ever since, so much so he brought back the great online station LV Classic Rock, which we just recently rebranded to High Quality Rock. So hats off to you, Jay, not only on 5 years of keeping us rocking with Radio Vegas Rocks, but for offering 2 fantastic stations that Las Vegas desperately needs. Thank you, Jay. And here's to many, many more.
Hey ladies, when it's not raining men, it's always raining tacos at Juan's, Flaming Fajitas, and Cantina during their daily happy hour from 3 to 7. If things get a little too hot from their authentic Flaming Fajitas, you can visit their outdoor dining area and cool down with 1 or 2 Corona Ritas. If you're feeling spicy, be sure to order one of my personal favorites, their fresh tableside guacamole, which goes perfectly with their homemade chips and salsa for 1 or 2.
Visit Juan's Flamin' Fajitas and Cantina on Facebook or in the real world at 9640 West Tropicana. Proud supporter of the Rockin' Comedy Show for 2 years and counting.
Big or small, they do them all. It's Motor Mission, family-owned and operated machine and radiator shop. At Motor Mission, they offer complete radiator rod and repairing, rebuilding, replacements, and manufacturing all in-house. They also provide complete machine shop services, including engine rebuilding, valve jobs, surfacing, milling, boring, honing, balancing, thermal cleaning, blasting, hot tanking, broken bolt removal, antique restoration, and much more. If you need a custom radiator with electric fans and a fan shroud built for your custom project, they can do that too. Motor Mission works on anything foreign and domestic for autos, industrials, RVs, heavy equipment, power sports, antiques, marine, racing, street rods, hot rods, stationary gen sets or power units, and large mining equipment. Motor Mission is at 5435 Desert Point Drive. Call 702-649-2366 or visit motormission.com.
Be sure to get your mix of music. Listen to us with the RadioVegas.Rocks app available at the App Store. And check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.Rocks shows, plus podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.Rocks app.
You're listening to 2 Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank.
Biggity bing, biggity bang, we are back. I am obviously Mad Mike, a.k.a. Junk McGee, and I am here with
I'm the Hank.
and was
Allegedly.
allegedly. So let's go ahead and let's put a pause to some of our talkie talk, and let's get into history's mysteries.
All right, here we go.
We'll get back to talkie talk.
You're listening to 2 Clueless Dudes.
Yeah.
History's mysteries. Like that $20 you say I owe you.
Yeah, where is that $20?
Dude, you're never going to see that. You know you're never going to see that.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never going to get it, never going to get it. Well, before we say anything about history's mysteries, we got some people listening from the Northeast, right?
Alabama?
Alabama. All of our friends from Alabama and the Northeast, we say hello.
Who do we know in Alabama?
Do we have anybody from Maryland?
Yeah. I was talking about Alabama.
Alabama ain't the Northeast.
Same thing.
I don't know. It's more northeaster than we are.
Northeaster?
Yeah.
Isn't everything northeast from us?
Like, everything is.
It's
Yeah.
not like LA and Mexico.
Yeah.
It's like
You thought we were eating
San-
beans for a second?
San Diego.
They are
Big
glazed
No.
donut holes by Krispy Kreme.
What
Jeff,
about
I
big
can
beans?
tell you that
We
the
got to give a big
beans-
shout out to Alan May and Sherm listening to us in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they have IKEA there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that Baltimore accent.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
Baltimore-ish.
They all sound like they're from Norway. Yeah.
Baltimore, Norway.
Yeah. They like the waffles. Waffle.
So
I don't know how they
history's
say waffle,
mysteries.
but it sounds
So
good.
accurate.
Way back from this week.
Coffee.
1985. Michael Jackson purchased ATV Music, which was every Beatles song, for $47.5 million.
Concealing Beatles from a whole
Does that seem
generation.
like a dick move to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? It did, really?
Well, think
It
about
did
like
to me, too.
growing up, we didn't hear any Beatles on the radio. You couldn't go buy a Beatles CD when CDs came out. It was like completely underpublished, and it kept Beatles away from a generation.
Oh.
Up until,
I agree. Because there was that whole fight over their albums.
You remember when the reissues came out? There were like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Those like that. Before that series, you couldn't buy Beatles on a CD.
You're right.
It was insane.
Yeah, that's true. You couldn't.
1860, the first successful silver mine began to operate near Virginia City, Nevada.
Virginia City, which now
1860.
I don't think Virginia City is there anymore.
Yeah, it's
Anthology.
it
It's
got
called
moved to
Anthology.
Virginia.
Yeah.
They picked up and packed
Yeah.
up.
They went, whoa, we're in the wrong place.
Wrong damn state.
That happened to the Roy Rogers Museum too. It was in Victorville, and they moved it to Missouri.
Well, really?
Yeah, with stuffed Trigger, his horse, all that.
Oh, shit.
But his grave and Dale Evans are still buried by right next to the neighborhood where I grew up.
Really?
Yeah, in Apple Valley, California.
Apple Valley.
Apple
Do they have apples there?
Valley.
They used
No.
to before the railroad. No, true. It's a marketing name because by the time they named it Apple Valley, Victorville had started getting apples from Washington through the railroad, and the orchards were like decades away.
Oh, wow.
In the past, yeah. But because of that Apple history, they're like, oh, it's a good marketing to fly some Wild West movie stars in.
Yeah.
That was the founding of Apple Valley was just an airstrip, and this guy Newton T. Bass that was trying to get movie stars to move there, and got like Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, and that was like practically it. And then
Dope.
just like tract homes of old people.
And they all
Yeah. Golf course.
And they're still there to this day.
yeah, exactly. Apple Valley. Yeah, it's not Napa Valley, that's for sure.
No.
1977, postal employee David Berkowitz, arrested in
Berkowitz?
Yonker.
No, Berkowitz. Look at the tilde.
Berkowitz. Arrested in Yonker, New York, accused of Son of Sam or the .44 caliber killer. His crimes led to intense media coverage. In response, New York legislature later enacted new statutes known as the Son of Sam laws, designed to keep criminals from financially profiting from their crimes.
So was he found guilty?
Yes,
So he was the dude that did it?
he was the Son of Sam. Yes.
So I actually don't know anything about the Son of Sam. I guess he was some type of serial
So
killer?
the Son of Sam was a serial killer. He stated that the neighbor's dog was possessed by a demon, and the demon dog told him what to do.
That's what he claimed. And then it told him to go kill a bunch of people?
Well, it turns out that after the court, he just thought that story was funny, so he just told that story.
Oh, and that's what he said?
Yeah.
So he just,
He said it's all baloney. I wanted to fucking kill people.
I just want to kill people.
Just wanted to kill people.
So did he kill? I mean, how many people did he kill? I mean, I don't know.
Several. I think it was.
Like more than 2?
Yes, it was definitely more than 2.
Like Bundy? Was it Bundy levels?
You know what? I'll get back to you on that.
Really?
1885.
He was busted originally over a parking ticket. How interesting.
Gotcha, bitch.
85. $270,000 was raised to make the pedestal for the Statue of Liberty, at a cost of today $6 million, with a museum inside discussing the statue.
So she's standing on kids?
She's what?
You said a pedo stool.
You know,
You were what? What did I say?
Jeffrey Epstein's. It's too soon.
Too soon. Too soon for that?
Too
Okay.
soon.
All right.
1945, Japan announced their willingness to surrender to the Allies so long as the emperor's status remained unchanged.
Right. They really wanted him to stay the God Emperor. We didn't. We bombed them, and
So
they
we
said,
bombed
all right,
them.
cool.
We bombed them
Reconsider.
one more again.
The second one is so gnarly. The second one was snuck past the president and everything.
Yeah, and that
So
one was
much
bigger,
regret.
right?
Yeah.
That was the first one was Hiroshima. The second one was Nagasaki.
Yeah, and even
right?
the first one was arguable how necessary it was, but the
It
second
wasn't
one
necessary.
was really messed up.
None of them were necessary.
Yeah.
So my
The war was over.
we don't normally go into this, but my problem with it is when somebody surrenders, you don't hit them with an A-bomb.
Those should
Maybe
be,
a
like,
shovel.
Primarily innocent targets, too, not even like
Yeah.
a military installation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my only
Pretty
problem with
gnarly.
it. Yeah,
It's pretty
extremely
intense.
gnarly. Because I mean, the stuff that an A-bomb does is.
Well, we're like the torturing country and the country with 10 times the military of every other country. It's true. So
1919,
Yeah.
the third
Yeah.
oldest franchise in the NFL. Who is it?
Yeah. The
Exactly.
third oldest?
Raiders.
No.
Don't be looking at my notes, dude.
1919?
Cowboys. I'm just naming teams I hate.
Watch out, that's America's team.
America's cool. Whatever.
Whatever.
We're all gonna end up moving to
Whatever.
Texas on the West Coast anyway.
Hell
Let's
with
see it.
Dallas.
The
hell
further
with
west
the
you
Dallas
live, the more
Cowboys.
likely you are to move
The
to
only
Texas
cool
right now.
thing about the Cowboys is the Dallas cheerleaders.
Well, I know there was
Did you hear Joe Rogan's
Bears
moving to
and-
Texas?
Yeah.
Bears and Packers.
Okay, so I feel like you're on the right
Bears
track.
and Hackers?
Bears
so
Packers.
1919, the third oldest franchise in the NFL,
Bears.
and the only non-profit
Oh yeah, that's
community-owned professional sports team.
Yep.
Who is it?
That's Packers. Yeah.
It is.
I say because
the Green Bay Packers
their
football
founding is
club
1919, but I don't know if there were. I
You
don't
got
know.
it.
I don't
was
know
founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau.
You
Curly
took multiple
Lambeau.
guesses, but you did it.
Yeah. Well, I know that they were. I know their founding was in 1919, but I don't know. I don't know if they were the first, second, third, fourth. I'm not sure. I think the Decatur Staleys were first, but I'm not entirely sure.
I entirely judge teams just by
Decatur
their
Staleys
fans.
are the Bears. Chicago
I
Bears.
judge.
Just fans I've bumped into. and,
Right.
Like, yeah,
I judge
Packers and
teams
Steelers
by
are
their
the
uniforms.
coolest.
If
Yeah.
you got a fire ash uniform,
Yeah.
I'm down to watch you play.
I love superficial reasons for
Yeah.
liking teams. Yeah.
Like the only reason I like Seattle,
Yeah, because
they
they
got green uniforms. Who
Yeah.
else has lime green?
I just like rainy
Talk to
places.
me.
Yeah,
Somebody
true.
talk to me.
They need to have plays
They-
like the key line play.
Yeah. I just think it's their uniforms are sexy, bro.
Totally. I like
You-
the
you like
Steelers logo. It's just
Yeah.
like old timey stars.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steelers.
It looks like Vegas stars.
And I'm
They-
excited for the new Washington
football team.
football
yeah,
team.
the Washington official football team. Yeah.
And they got
I'm
like
excited
this-
to see what
We'll
they
just
do.
call them the R words.
Because I was
Washington
afraid that they were going to
R-words.
start playing soccer. Now that I know that it's a football team,
And nobody even questions the fact that their color is like this Boston baked bean
Yeah,
meets like dog poop color.
oh, have they released their colors?
Well, it's
No,
still
it's
that
always
weird,
been like
that
that,
weird
yeah.
burnt red.
Oh, you're talking about that weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad as
Burgundy
the
thing.
Browns.
The
Yeah.
Washington R words.
Yeah, exactly. But the Steelers, they just came out and said anybody that kneels for their national anthem will be fined $1 million.
Yes.
Good for them.
Yes. Good for them.
I
That's
like seeing
fantastic.
something going the other way. I like seeing
For
things going
once.
in the other direction. Yeah.
1984, during a radio voice test, U.S. President Reagan joked, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you today that I have signed legislation that would outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes."
Did he really?
He really
He's a
did.
dick, dude. That's great.
It leaked to the media, and there was absolute catastrophic failure everywhere.
All I know is I remember. I know when he got shot, he still had his wits about him, and he asked the doctors if they were Democrats, and they said no. And they said good. I thought that was really funny.
Otherwise,
You guys
I'm gonna
You guys
die.
aren't Democrats, are you? Otherwise, I'm a Connor.
That's funny.
What happened? Oh no.
2008, Airbnb was founded by Brian Chesky,
Adams. Brian
Joe
Adams.
Gebbia, and Nathan.
Everything you
blah, 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 blah. 2008,
Brian Adams.
What happens?
What's going
Airbnb was founded.
Oh, by Brian Adams. Damn.
Yeah, and the
That's
Heartbreakers.
crazy. Wow. He did. He went on big from Robin Hood.
Yeah, he's doing big.
He went
things.
hard.
Yeah.
Hot Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Can you believe?
1877.
Can I just say this really quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please interrupt.
Whitney Houston was a star from the 80s, bro.
Yes.
She was an 80s star.
Yeah.
weird.
Because her 90s was with Bobby Brown, and she decided.
Oh, dude. Woo. 90s went downhill for
Yeah,
her.
90.
But,
the
I mean,
90s.
just- That's how long ago Whitney Houston was.
Yeah, she.
Fucking crazy, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What brought that about?
You mentioned, I don't know, drugs or something. I don't know. Something brought it up.
Drugs?
I don't know.
Okay.
You brought Brian
1877.
Adams. You brought Brian
I
Adams.
never said Brian Adams.
You did too. You
I
said
will
Brian
read
Adams.
it again. 2008.
Yeah.
Airbnb was founded by Brian Chesky.
Adams. See? He said it again. You heard him this time. But Brian Adams is a song for Robin Hood, which starred Kevin Costner, who
Yeah.
also starred in The Bodyguard,
For sure.
which also starred Whitney Houston, thus Whitney Houston.
And then she died.
Truth.
The-
Yeah. No, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
you're old. I know, right?
Bodyguard
getting
was
there.
actually really good.
It was very good.
I actually really enjoyed it.
And I.
And
Yeah.
clever.
Thank
Who? Which one of us is old?
you. Yeah. Every of us.
every of you.
I think we are the same age.
18. Actually, I think we are all the
Yeah.
same
How
age.
old are you was?
37.
37. You're
Oh,
32.
man.
37.
So you're 37,
32
you're
or
38,
37?
and I'm 39.
I'm
Yeah,
37.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 37.
When's your birthday?
June.
So you just.
Just turned 37.
Yeah, I turned 38 this year.
1877. Thomas Edison
Jeff was like,
completed.
I'm in my 50s. Shut up, sons of bitches.
Yeah. Halfway there.
Oh, who are you talking about now?
hate you guys.
Ghostbusters?
I love
The
Ghostbusters.
Benjamin Electricity.
Sadly, that would be me. Jeff.
1877.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison completed his first model for the phonograph, a device that recorded sound onto tinfoil cylinders.
That dude was really busy.
Yeah, he stayed busy, huh?
Or his
But
assistants.
I wonder how
did.
much.
I
Yeah, I
wonder
wonder how
that.
much of it's really his though. Like, if I could go back in time,
I'm sure
I'd
he
watch his
purchased-
ass.
You know what's cool though? He would do the last percentage of something. Like an assistant would invent something, and he'd like take the credit and stuff under contract. But like then the rest of the company would refine it and kind of set a model for like how a lot of invention happens today,
That's kind of cool.
for better or for worse. Also a dick.
Who has the patent for toilet paper?
I don't know.
Somebody actually has the patent for toilet paper. I thought it was like Benjamin Franklin.
I
or
don't
something
think there's
weird.
anyone
I don't know.
licensing a patent when they produce toilet paper.
There is. I think there's an actual. I think there's a patent for,
Huh.
for toilet paper. I don't know.
Do you
I'm
think
interested.
maybe it's one of those like IEEE standards, like for like
Do you
USB?
think it's like a red bear?
Like, you know,
Maybe.
to have the USB logo on a product, you have to pay a license.
Do you really?
To like prove that it's truly USB compatible to put the actual USB logo. Otherwise, a consumer could buy it and it could look like USB but not really be compatible. So yeah, there's like a small licensing
So
fee
could you
for
put like
IEEE.
USB EE? USB?
Yeah, like you could make another offshoot
BEE.
USB standard, but like there's all this whole committee process to get it like IEEE
Really?
as a standard. Yeah, there's an IEEE standard
IE?
for everything. Yeah, from like electrical plugs to like other kinds of plugs. Yeah, there's an IEEE rabbit hole for sure.
IEEE rabbit hole. All right, what else you got?
Yeah. 1908.
Boom.
Henry Ford's company built the first Model T car. You could have it in any color, so long as it was black. At a cost at $825, and by 1924, Ford Motor Company manufactured its 10 millionth automobile.
That's insane.
That's nuts, right?
$850.
$825,
Man, that's like a Razor scooter.
right?
Even then, it was reasonably affordable. It was like getting a Versa Note.
Yeah, like getting a Versa Note. And I had a guy that used to live down the street from me when I was a kid. Old. He was obviously old then. But he said that he had one of the first Model Ts and he had to hand crank it.
Yeah.
And he shattered his wrist on
Oh
it.
yeah, people would break
Yeah.
arms on those. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real thing. I was like, wow, cars have come a long way.
That would be a bummer,
I know. I
right?
just have to worry about getting my dick caught in the door when I slam it.
I know that's all I have to worry about nowadays.
Nice. 1991, and I strongly believe in this one.
1991.
Metallica released their fifth album, Metallica, or simply known by true Metallica fans as the
Metallica.
Black Album,
Oh,
debuted
Metallica.
at #1 on the Billboard 200 charts, selling 31 million copies and certified 16 times platinum. In my opinion, obviously their best album.
yeah. I don't think that's. I don't even
And
think
the
that's
only-
debatable.
And the
It's
only,
undisputable.
yeah, I feel like the only band right now that could beat their album is Volbeat's new album.
No,
Uh,
not even remotely close.
absolutely.
No. It's hillbilly rock, bro.
Who? What?
I mean, it's okay, but it's hillbilly rock.
Volbeat.
Oh.
Volbeat.
Not
Volbeat.
familiar.
I'm
No?
personally a huge fan of Volbeat.
All right, I'll check them out
Right.
for
Well,
you.
I mean,
Oh,
look where you're
definitely
from.
you
I'll
should.
report back.
You should check it out. 1942, the Manhattan Project commenced.
Manhattan.
The Manhattan Project commenced under the direction of U.S. General Leslie Groves. Its mission
To create the blue
deliver-
weenie guy in The Watchmen.
to deliver an atomic bomb.
Oh, I thought it was to make Dr. Manhattan. from The
Same
Watchmen.
thing.
Mr. Blue Weenie.
Blue Leanie.
Weenie.
Oh.
You know, it's funny.
Did you ever see the Watchmen movie?
No.
He just walks around with his dangle dongle.
I was supposed to because like
Krista
I'm
likes your
into that
hat.
kind of thing. Yeah, she better. Isn't it like?
You look wonderful.
I really appreciate
It
that.
really brings out your elbows.
I needed to hear that today.
Aw,
Yeah.
I'm
that's
having a day where I
beautiful.
really needed this hat, and so
And you feel good about it?
really good about it.
That's great. I feel good for you.
I'm grateful to Krista for the hat
Yeah.
because I'm giving.
That's actually
No,
from
that's
Jeff.
Duff. That's the Duffster
That's
that
from
got
Duff.
you that.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate it, Duff. Krista and I both appreciate it
Yes.
because I know also it's a Disney reference, and that's
Yes.
gotta give a little snap and wink to Krista for anything a Disney reference.
A little pixie
Yeah.
dust your way.
That's right. Boom.
All right.
Perfect. I like that.
1914, the Panama Canal opened
Bullshit.
with
No, real. There's a lot of credence to these Panama Canal deniers.
It's true. They're they're out there.
You can't just like assume the Panama Canal is like a real thing. We
Right.
gotta really look into these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you
it
have
was
to.
originally the Panama Sea Anal.
Yeah. And they had to change it.
Yeah.
They didn't like it.
Real talk. I'm not sure the Panama Canal is real.
It may not even exist, bro.
That's the thing.
We're not even for sure if we landed on the moon. 1914, the Panama Canal opened with the SS Ancon making the first official steamboat through the canal.
Oh, really? Who's the captain?
Tom.
Willie. Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
I knew that had to be. Yeah.
1969, Woodstock Music and Art Fair opened in New York State on Max Yasfer's dairy farm with performers like Grateful Dead, CCR, Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix.
And you know what? If you go back and you look at the photos, everybody was so chill. I mean, they were all doing drugs.
Oh, yeah.
But they were able to like coexist. You can't do that now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That doesn't you cannot have
That
a
love-
Woodstock 69.
That
today.
love isn't there anymore.
Mikey Reeves says Panama Sea Anal used to run E to W. We live in an alternate universe where it runs N to S, north to south, I believe.
We could have another
Mikey,
Woodstock.
I'm there with you.
The biggest difference between the violent Woodstock and the not violent original Woodstock is that the violent Woodstock, for one, was like on a radioactive like Air Force base that a lot of people sued later from getting sick on.
What, really?
With a bunch, with a bunch of bands that advocated violence and craziness, like Limp Bizkit was like,
Oh, I
rebel, you're
remember
upset,
that.
break stuff, start fires, which did not happen in the original Woodstock.
That's true. It did
So
not.
I wouldn't blame the public as much as the entertainment choices.
But well, I mean, obviously, but I mean,
There's another factor too.
We influence. You know, we
For sure.
influence.
I
who
mean, we elevated that
we
band to
create
be
to prominence.
Good point.
Limp Bizkit is. Limp Bizkit should be for any '90s kid.
It's just one of those things.
Your greatest regret. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that.
That you even bothered to listen to a Limp Bizkit song
Like,
should. It's one of those things.
People
where,
died at Woodstock because you voted for this band on TRL.
Yeah, I feel like there should be like an Alcohol's Anonymous just for Limp Bizkit fans
Word.
to talk about their shame.
I like them.
I got another layer too. All the drugs that kids were on the second Woodstock were
Oh,
laced,
you're good, Mikey.
laced with exponentially more meth than the drugs in the first Woodstock.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
No
It's
kidding.
like same drugs by name, a much more like meth mixed in for cheapness.
Have the next Woodstock in North Dakota
Boom.
in January.
Handled.
You wouldn't have any problem. That's true. It's cold as fuck.
Especially with music now,
I
it's
say
all like
bring Woodstock to Las Vegas, do it at the Speedway like EDC, and let's have a party.
and like what is popular music now? It's all like chill,
Yeah.
study music, people blowing on feathers, people stomping
true.
and whistling and crap. It's
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
the chillest shit ever.
Well,
now.
hold on. That song is really famous right now. That WAP.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. By Cardi B. It's
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one you made me watch?
You
where
had me at Cardi B.
It's
Kylie Jenner was
yeah.
coming
It's
in?
about her.
Yeah, there's no
juice
starting
hoo-ha.
fires. There's no breaking
hoo-ha.
stuff in that.
Her hoo-ha spraying like a waterfall.
Yeah, making it gush.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's setting a car on fire to gushing vaginas.
Yeah.
That's
This is
weird.
the-
Yeah.
It's a
What a
really
great
weird
generation.
video, and then at the
We should
very
celebrate
end,
this generation.
they run out of
The
sight like they
room.
stole something.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's really weird. They probably did.
The next Woodstock is going to
Little
have
thieving
people just,
bastards.
people are just
really
going to
weird.
sleep in the mud and have like opiate fallouts. That's all that's going to happen.
All
Well, I
right.
know, yeah.
This is for all you 90s kids.
No fires. People just falling asleep.
1995.
Yeah.
The
If you
l-
bring up Limp Bizkit, I swear to God.
It's just one of those.
No, it's gonna be Coal Chamber.
Oh my God, another regret. Good
The
Lord.
single
And Power Man 5000.
Yes, that's what I was
Yes.
gonna say next.
No way. The single Macarena
Fear
was
Factory.
released by Los Del Rio.
Oh, that's right. Remember that? Hey, Macarena. Ay!
Exactly. See, I know you guys.
Yeah. It's like
You
the
guys still remember
90s
it?
version of Esposito.
Yes. Despacito.
What's it called? Esposito?
Despacito.
Esposito. It was like
Desposito?
is it like a street in LA?
I don't know what this-
Despacito.
Yeah.
And
Something about a bean
Sonata.
burrito. I don't know the song, but
I like bean burritos.
I do too, actually. They're pretty tasty.
All right, my
I
last
actually don't know the
one.
song, but it's a cool song.
2019, Disney Studios was the first studio to have 5 films earn over $1 billion each in 1 year.
What were
with
those films?
Toy Story 4,
Boom.
Avengers Endgame,
Boom.
Captain Marvel,
Boom.
Aladdin,
Boom. They made over $1 billion?
Aladdin
and
was
The
awesome.
Lion King. Such a great movie.
I actually
I
did
never saw
not
the
care for
new.
Lion King. I didn't care for
You
Aladdin.
didn't even watch Lion King.
I liked Aladdin. a
Uh,
lot.
Captain
I
Marvel.
tried to get you to watch Lion King
yeah,
with me.
but
You
I
wouldn't
don't
go.
care for it.
I didn't
right.
see the new Lion King,
So
but
you
the
can't
new,
say that you didn't like
yeah,
it.
they didn't get none of
because
my,
you didn't
my money to make that
watch it.
billion.
the
You
new
didn't
Aladdin.
watch
If
it.
you had the right mindset for the new Aladdin in theaters, it's like one of yeah.
No, hold up. I had no problems with Aladdin
I did.
up until the point when they made Jafar a big ass pussy.
Like a little kid, yeah. Totally.
He's a big ass ninny.
My point is, I feel
And
like
then they went and they gave everything to Jasmine.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, just call the movie Jasmine. But it's
Yeah.
not. It's called Aladdin. You fucktards.
it was
Focus on
just-
Aladdin, goddammit.
It was such a good movie to not be sober for. I guess is my point.
Okay, that would be great. Yeah. Now
don't
I
know.
feel you.
Like the
If
like
you watch the first animated Aladdin, Jafar is a scary son of a bitch.
oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I
say-
mean, it's about how
And-
far would you go
The-
to get what you want.
The Johnny Depp Alice in Wonderland is the exact same thing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like I loved it too, but like
Do you remember
on Molly.
they did a TV show?
On Molly.
They did
That's
an
what
Alice
Aladdin
in-
was all about.
They did an Alice in Wonderland TV show when
It wasn't very
once
good,
upon-
though.
I liked it a lot.
It wasn't very good.
See, I really liked
I
it.
didn't see it.
I liked it. And I liked Jafar.
It was only
in
2
that.
seasons.
I know it was only 2 seasons, but I really liked it. I thought it was really fun.
Mm.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty creative. The queen was hot,
Yeah.
spicy. Meet the bottle.
I like a spicy queen.
It wasn't.
I thought the lady that played
Wasn't that
Cinderella
good.
did really good. Or not Cinderella. Alice did really good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was good.
Yep.
The guy
But
that kid
it
played
failed.
Aladdin was cool.
It failed.
It did. You know what? I don't know why. Because that Once Upon a Time that took off, and I couldn't. I hated that show.
Yeah.
I hated-
Somebody in my
I hated
past
the
made me
lady
watch
that.
that.
Was, what was it? Snow White?
Evil Queen.
No, the Snow White.
Oh,
She
the
was-
bald-headed girl.
Yeah, she's ugly as sin.
Well, that's because she shaved her head off.
I hated it, dude.
She had long hair in the past when she was with Prince Charming.
Oh God, you want long hair? Nope. She's not a good.
The
looking
only
lady.
cool, I'll tell you this: the only cool character in Once Upon a Time was Rumpelstiltskin,
Oh.
because you could never trust that son of a bitch, and he always had something up his sleeve, and he was one step ahead of you.
That we need a remake of
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin with him
Sure.
as the hero, like a Rumpelstiltskin redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That'd
know
be
what?
so dope.
We can make him the janitor.
Sick.
Boom!
There you go. Boom.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rumpelstiltskin redemption.
Yeah.
All right,
He's
folks.
the second cousin of
I love that.
Palpatine.
She didn't like Disney, but she liked watching
Once Upon a Time.
I don't know. I can't explain.
All right,
it.
let's pay some bills.
All right, we'll be back.
From Ball Wash. You put that on after you cleanse yourself and get a nice little fragrance down there, and it lasts all day, and it's absolutely really amazing.
Ooh, yes.
And it smells great. So there you go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to become
Thank you, Ball Wash, and
Thank you,
visit
Ball
them
Wash.
online at ballwash.com and use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Man, I'm having
They
so
have
much fun.
they have
already popping these.
shampoos and they have soap and
I'm
they
very
have.
excited about this. I've always seen this. Like, I wonder how that works or what it smells like.
Well, you should open it and smell it, and you'll get even more
There you go.
excited.
Twist and
He,
pull.
he had
twist and pull.
he had no trouble at all over here.
Listen, All right, I don't grab things that are lubricated. All right, give me a break. All right. It smells delicious. No, actually, you can smell it through the can. It actually does smell pretty
you do?
good.
You can?
Yeah, it says ocean air and solid cologne.
Ooh, mine is cedar and citrus for those woodsy smells.
I mean, it says ocean and air on mine. Does it say yours is cedar?
Cedar and citrus.
Okay, here, I'll trade you. See, so you can smell mine. Well, I don't want you to smell it that way, but I mean.
Well, this is nice too.
Yeah, see, and they actually make some really good smell. Dude, nut rub. Tonight, let's
Let's-
put it to the test.
Let's rub some nuts.
Let's rub the cedar and the ocean together. See if we can get a woody ocean.
Let's rub some nuts.
When you need the balls to smell as fresh as the day.
Nut rub.
From Ball Wash. Use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Why do we love the Golden Tiki so much? How about the handcrafted tiki drinks made with freshly squeezed juices, homemade syrups, and top shelf booze? These aren't your cruise ship pre-mixed cocktails. These specialty drinks take time and are for the true cocktail enthusiasts. Located in the strip mall in Chinatown, it's truly a hidden hideaway. Well, hidden if you don't know the address, it's 3939 Spring Mountain Road. This place is what my tiki bar dreams are made of, an adult version to Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, complete with alcohol-infused Dole Whip and dirty talking birds, with drink names like Navy Grog, Terrible Twisted, and Dirty Banana. And last but not least, a shot of empathy named Kraken. These drinks will have you back and back again. From the kick-ass atmosphere, hidden Easter eggs in the bar, like Bigfoot's footprint, and don't forget to rub the golden dong for good luck. From live music to DJs that will make you feel like you're on a tropical vacation. The Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road. That's the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
Listen up, the soap you shower with, you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap.
To subscribe to Dr. Squatch, visit RadioVegas.rocks and click on the banner.
Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper. Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men.
You guys love tacos?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, right? Yeah.
Love tacos.
I
That's
don't
my
care-
spirit animal.
I don't care what gender you are or, we love tacos, right?
Sexually identify as a taco.
Yes! Whatever, man. But, since we all love tacos, we all need to know about Pinche's Tacos. And do you know where it's at? It's 9205 West Russell Road. It's an awesome place for lunch, dinner, or both. Here at RadioVegas.rocks, we love this place so much that if you mention us and order a blood orange margarita, they will give you a free gringo taco. What? Free gringo taco? Yes, that's right. That's what I said. And you know what else? It's like, okay, you're like, well, I don't really feel like driving over there. They have 2 locations, bruh. 2 locations. But you need to get in on this deal. You must visit the Russell location. I mean, yeah, that's where you gotta go for the free gringo tacos. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're just like, I don't have gas for that, but I have money for tacos, just go to the other one. But yeah, Pinche's Tacos, because who else doesn't love tacos, man?
Your new favorite internet radio station, RadioVegas.rocks.
Welcome back to Two Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. We do. You can find us on Facebook.com. You can find us on TwoCluelessDudes.com. You can also find us on RadioVegas.rocks. So we are
here.
We're in the interwebs.
There.
Inside the internet.
Yeah, and people don't know the internet is like a place.
Yeah, it's like
that
a bubble.
You go inside of.
Yeah, like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, that's actually where they keep the internet. Is in
Yeah.
the Bermuda Triangle. That's
Inside the heart of the real God. The internet.
The internet.
Why is it evil now? Sorry.
Have you ever seen? There's a TV show. It was on Netflix. It might still be called the IT Crowd.
Oh yeah.
Love that show. It's short, not a lot to it, but man, they're so funny, dude.
Totally.
They're so good. There's some episodes that are so quotable. I don't think you've seen the IT Crowd, right?
No.
That's really
Workaholics
good.
though.
You know what? I never got into the Workaholics, but I'm gonna give them a go.
It's a good with other people too. It's fun to watch. Put on with friends.
You put it on.
It's a good party show.
You're listening to Two Clueless Dudes. juice, motherfucker.
Woo! So, one of the things that I want to talk about first is Apple is getting sued.
Oh!
Apple is getting sued by Epic Games. We're going to talk about some game news. So Apple is, Epic Games are the creators of Fortnite.
Oh, I saw that. They're taking Fortnite off of
Apple.
Yeah.
So Epic Games is suing Apple over monopolistic practices.
Monopolistic?
Yeah, that's what it says. And it says that they don't want money, but they want to break up Apple's monopoly on iOS apps and payment. Well, it's iOS. I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah.
You got an Apple phone. You're using an Apple software system.
Yeah.
So, of course,
my iPhone isn't going to be downloading any Droid shit anytime soon.
The frustration is Apple taking so much of a percentage
That's
when
what it
selling
is.
it on their iStore.
Yeah, because I know if you have a song and somebody you would buy the song, you would make pennies to the dollar.
Mhm.
It was real sad.
Like 33%.
It's real sad. Real sad.
Real sad.
Real sad. It is real sad, actually.
Mhm. So I thought that was
That's
kind of
why
interesting.
Garth Brooks never put one single song on Apple Music.
I don't know that.
It's true.
I know that Tool didn't for a long time.
If you look up Garth Brooks on Apple Music, you will not find him.
Yeah, I know you couldn't find Tool up until like last year or the year before when they released their album.
Interesting.
That went like, it blew up crazy, and Taylor Swift got mad because she didn't know who Tool was and they were beating her in album sales.
Right.
It was really good. Totally worth it.
Actually,
she did similar. She avoided
Taylor
Spotify
Swift
and
is
came
in
later.
court
Yeah.
right now talking about Taylor Swift because she got groped. So she's in
Somebody
court
groped her?
suing her. Yeah.
She should be happy. She's
Right.
not what I would call a super attractive woman.
I disagree.
I think she's
she's
too
pretty
long and
attractive.
lanky.
I mean, she's no Julianne Hough or,
You shouldn't have anything to grope. What did somebody do? Grab her kneecaps?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hmm.
So Apex Legends is
Okay.
another video game out there that people love to play. I know Ricky Bobby got into playing it with one of his buddies. So Season 6 is apparently the end of the line for its beloved murder train.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know, but apparently they're going to be ending some type of story arc. And Call of Duty ARG continues with more Cold War teasing, but no reveal yet.
Huh.
So I'll be interested to see what they do there. I thought
Is that going to be like the Black Ops?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of the Black Ops. I only like the Modern Warfare COD.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for. But I like
I don't like Modern Warfare Black Ops.
You don't like
to
it?
me, to me, it's too cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's
Smells-
not anything I'm interested in.
Smells like gravy, baby.
That's right.
So we were talking about old bands, talking about the Beatles, we were talking about Woodstock. So so Led Zeppelin is actually in a fight over the rights
to party,
to Stairway to Heaven.
I'm not surprised.
Because a guy from a band says it's based off of his song called Taurus.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
Copyright infringement, huh?
Now,
this
but
has
this
been contested for years.
Yeah, they started. This happened in 2016. Led Zeppelin won the trial, and it was.
Then what's the problem?
In March, it was decided that no retrial was necessary. However, they got a court to basically say, okay, well, we'll pick it back up again because they claim that they didn't. They only heard the American version, which they had the copyrights for, but not the UK version, which is a version that they stole from, is what his thing is.
That's
But
the allegation.
this is my issue. Music always copies music. You know, you always are going to hear
Always.
elements of other songs in other songs because that's just how it goes.
And it's almost like they do that because they really enjoy the
Under
riff
Pressure,
or whatever. You know what I mean?
Ice Ice Baby. Same drum beat with a dink at the end. That's it.
It's like they later admitted, though, that they literally sampled. At first, when he was in the interview arguing that they
Well,
added
see,
a
there you
beat
go.
or something, he actually said later that he was joking in that interview because it was like clear listening to it that it didn't even have the extra beat that he was talking about in the interview, and they later admitted to just literally sampling.
We just sampled it.
Yeah, it was, so like Led Zeppelin. I love your guys' point because it's like I 100% agree, and I think that like sample-based music is a part of like refreshing culture and perpetuating cultural elements that belong to the people at that point and don't belong to the artist anymore. They've given it to the world and to the zeitgeist. But on the other hand, Led Zeppelin is the one band that you can make some pretty good arguments for because of their lack of crediting artists that they stole from.
You got to do that though.
Because they stole very blatantly from some artists that
Did
they
they?
actively hid their names.
Really?
Yes. There's a couple examples that I don't know well enough to get into, but Led Zeppelin's the most egregious classic rock band of like not crediting stuff they stole.
Really?
From. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they have several examples per album. Some albums primarily examples of that.
How come there's never been like a Led Zeppelin movie?
Because
you could make a couple.
Not good.
It'd be interesting. Well, Led Zeppelin's very polarizing because a lot of people are very upset about their theft and stuff. And like I love them so much, and I'm happy for what they showed me that I can look the other way a little bit. But I gotta like feel a little guilty about how thorough some examples are.
Look, and this is my thing too. If somebody has your idea, or gets a hold of your property and then does it better than you do,
that's your fault.
Yeah, they did it better than you did.
Yeah, I love that. I should be so cursed that someone would want to redo some stupid song of mine. That'd be so dope. But on the other hand, it's a question of how egregiously they lacked crediting or went to lengths to avoid crediting people.
That's very interesting.
The same.
Very interesting.
So,
well, like Disturbed did their song.
Oh yeah, but that was a clear cover. That was very obviously cleared, or they would have got flagged.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't even.
Yeah, they didn't claim it was original.
No.
Correct. But
Led Zeppelin,
like, you don't even have to have permission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, you do.
So long as you give the artist the credit that's due.
That's how it was. Now you would be flagged, and then the artist would see that you even covered their song.
You have to have permission. A prime example of that would actually be Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, they could even strike your channel at this point. It's never been more risky.
Yeah, they could really come down on you. Yeah. In fact,
well, fortunately, Paul McCartney really enjoyed their version of Sound of Silence, so there wasn't an issue. But
yeah,
well,
Paul McCartney had nothing to do with the original one, so it's nice that he enjoyed it. Sure.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, okay.
You know what? As long as I know what I'm talking about, everybody else should fall into place.
I just love the idea of like, hey, it had to have been good because Paul McCartney liked it. Like,
yeah. Oh, great.
Arbitrary, but sure.
Paul Simon, Paul McCartney. I don't really know if there's truly a difference.
The Kool-Aid Man likes Egos.
One's taller.
Yeah. One's taller.
Paul Simon looks like Chevy Chase. Just kidding. I know it's Chevy Chase in the video.
This Caesar's pizza is great. The Noid approves. All right. So let's get into some good stuff here.
All right, let's do it.
Now some good stuff.
So let's.
It's taking this long.
Let's go to Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee, folks.
I love tennis.
Topless woman accused of throwing cigarettes at downtown Nashville protesters.
Oh man.
That's right. A 54-year-old topless woman approached protesters in downtown Nashville Wednesday afternoon and then threw cigarettes at them, then ran off.
So rude.
The woman, who was originally arrested as Jane Doe, was charged with indecent exposure, but could face additional charges. News 2 has chosen not to release her name because of the misdemeanor charge against her.
Oh.
She's probably like a preschool teacher or something.
The misdemeanor charge is serious, folks. I'm sorry we can't release the name of the suspect.
It's a misdemeanor.
Topless teachers.
Oh, fuck, man.
Right, there you go. Who throws cigarettes.
That's a search.
a weird thing.
Yeah, that's...
I'm telling you what, these damn Karens are getting terrible.
According to the warrant,
Hot Karens.
police located the woman at 2nd Avenue North and Commerce Street, where she was still topless and was screaming and cursing.
What if that was your
Somebody
fetish?
You know what? You're starting to...
Karen
once the cops show up, you're starting to, lose that ability to be like, I wasn't naked outside.
Somebody dipped into the bath salts. That's what I
Sounds bath salty.
It does, right?
It does kind of sound bath salty.
What if you had a Karen fetish? You were just like super into Karens?
Yeah,
Like, I really love when you get mad at those people for their dog shitting on the lawn.
Yeah.
It's the best.
She's like, our love could never be, and you're like, I don't Karen.
Just turn into a pun.
All right. So, we love movies here. I love talking about movies. I love movie stuff.
Here we go.
Here's a little bit of news.
All right.
So the Mission Impossible series had a major setback.
Oh.
A huge thing happened. The filming of Mission Impossible was plunged into crisis after a fire ripped through the set following a motorcycle explosion.
Well, you know what? The little piece of paper does say that it's going to explode.
Yeah, I was
going to
say,
so many seconds.
Did someone start playing a little
Yeah.
reel-to-reel tape on the
Dun, dun,
motorcycle
dun,
and
dun,
then
dun.
didn't throw it away in time?
Yeah. so it got stuck. It got stuck between the driver and the seat and caught fire.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like, damn it, it's self-destructed.
Oh, self-destructed on me again.
Script self-destructs.
So, star Tom Cruise was heading to the quarry, a snow scene, as the stuntman's bike exploded after a leap from a ramp.
Wow.
The action sequence is one of the most expensive filmed in the UK and took 6 weeks to prepare. Tom, who's 58, who checked out the stunt setup the day before, is said to be furious. He had been filming with a parachute in a nearby field for his return as Ethan Hunt in the franchise's 7th installment.
God,
A source
it's
said
been 7
I know,
already?
yeah, it's
Holy
crazy.
cow.
A source said this has been a massive challenge to stage and has cost a fortune, not to mention weeks and weeks of construction. But when it came to the big day, it went horribly wrong. The idea was for the stuntman to land on some huge pillows filled with card to cushion the blow, while the bike safely crashed to the ground a few meters away. Unfortunately, it was miscalculated. The heat and friction from the tires meant that the bike crashed. That when the bike crashed, the cardboard padding sparked and went up in flames. The smoke was so bad they had to close a nearby RAF airfield.
Oh, no.
Royal Air Force. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, but it's a total catastrophe, not to mention extremely expensive for all concerned. Tom is very frustrated. Nobody wants more delays. It took 5 fire engines to put it out, to put out the blaze. Insiders say that the set has been temporarily closed as movie bosses try to figure out what went wrong. The film, also starring Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ving Rhames, was actually one of the first movies to be delayed by the coronavirus pandemic.
I was going to say, it's not the fire's problem.
The
It's
Italian
COVID's
government
problem.
shut down its set in Venice, forcing stars and crews to quickly return to the UK. And just to know how much that set cost, £2 million.
Which is...
Like
It's like $3 million.
$2.3 million, something like that, $2.4 million. Actually, it might be 1.5. It might be 1.5, so it could be like
sure
3
there's,
million.
That makes sense.
Could be like
I'm
$2
sure
million
there's
bucks.
insurance and stuff. I mean, I'm sure they're not, like, out anything.
I don't know. I'm not sure how it works in the movie biz.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody's got to put on some knee pads or something.
Well,
I'm not sure how that works.
I think you have to be a child star to get into Hollywood.
Two wearing watermelons on their heads are suspected of stealing from a convenience store. That's right, you heard it. In Louisa,
It's like watermelon helmets?
yes, Virginia, a suspect has been arrested after the police sought the public's help in identifying 2 people suspected of stealing from a Virginia convenience store while wearing watermelons on their heads.
That's a perfect mask.
Points for creativity.
Yeah, definitely an A.
Yeah.
You could be eating and stealing at the same time.
Have you guys heard of Coco Melon?
What
It's
is
a
Cocomelon?
YouTube channel for children. And I like in the intro, I think there's someone wearing a watermelon as a helmet. I think it's a Coco Melon reference.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched enough Coco yet.
Well, here's a.
Coco.
Oh, so there was a picture of them. There's a little tidbit on them.
Wait. Oh, I should look.
Oh,
this
here
up.
you go.
Hold on.
There they are.
I'll bring it up here.
There they are.
Oh, watermelon head.
Watermelon head. That should be the next horror movie. Watermelon head.
Yeah, this is them, right?
He's out to steal
That's
your.
them.
He's
What
gonna
about
steal
this
your
couple?
candies.
So this
Holy
couple is
shit.
actually ingenious because you can eat and steal
What at the same time?
at the same time.
I like how they even pose for pictures.
Yeah, they even post.
Nice.
That's
This is
cool.
really cool. Like, I'm into this. Like, this is sexy.
That's pretty cool. So, the department said the people arrived at the store and in a lifted 2006 black Toyota Tacoma on May 5th. They wore hollowed-out watermelons with holes cut out for their eyes into the store. Justin M. Rogers, who was 20 at the time of the crime, has been charged with wearing a mask in public while committing larceny, underage possession of alcohol, and petty larceny of alcohol. Louisiana police are still trying to identify the second suspect. Customer Barry Welch said he was kind of blown away when he saw the photos. I definitely give them some points for ingenuity in a time like this. You could have worn any kind of mask, but to come up with a watermelon? But it wasn't super shocking being out here in Louisiana.
But you can wear wear any mask right now and it wouldn't be weird.
It's true.
That's true.
We've
That
always
is very
had
true.
You have to wear a weird one.
We've always had some crazy news stories going around. I think it's ridiculous, innovative, but ridiculous. The amount of work you have to do to actually hollow out a watermelon to stick your head in it, I think it's kind of crazy. Why would they do that? It's so stupid. Stupid. But look, they're famous.
Yeah.
They got their 15 minutes of fame.
Yep, it's
Way
true.
to go, watermelon guys.
I love this idea of like you're famous, but your name's not out there. That's kind of cool. Like you just like have a fame.
Yeah,
thing.
you just know that
You can enjoy it.
Watermelon
secretly.
head.
Yeah,
Watermelon
like,
head.
That's my head, but no one knows.
It's very true.
Like your own
Very
secret
true.
fame thing. That's kind of magical.
Okay.
I got a story out of Newburgh.
Do it.
A recent bizarre incident at Newburgh, Oregon,
Watermelon head would be a porn in Florida.
Nice. I'm into it.
has defied all odds, and if the police hadn't arrested these folks, no one would have believed this would ever have happened. As reported by Fox 32 Chicago, the Newburgh Dundee police were chasing Randy Lee Cooper, 27, who was in a stolen Land Cruiser. As he tried to escape the authorities, he crashed into a Buick Regal. Cooper was apprehended and taken into custody.
Regals are hard.
During the process, however, it emerged that the woman in the Buick was under the influence, and on further investigation, it emerged that she was also driving a car reported stolen weeks ago.
Wow.
In a statement released by the police, the authorities said officers took the suspect into custody from the Land Cruiser, but then learned the Buick Regal was also stolen from a completely unrelated crime that had been reported about 3 weeks prior.
So it was a twofer.
It's a twofer, baby.
Wait, I can't just leave there that Mike felt compelled to touch the concave area of these kicker headphones.
They're
and
great.
like it called a boop. Like boop. If you're looking for some fancy headphones that are gonna make you wanna not unable to resist rubbing the concave area of their fine construction. Kicker headphones, you guys. Kicker makes headphones and they're great. Mention RadioVegas.rocks and it's
Kicker makes headphones.
You know what? There's I have the old model and you have the new model.
I'm wearing the T2000s.
Well, I think it's just the bigger cups.
I really enjoy my kicker headphones. I can take them on the airplane. I can take my kicker headphones on a walk with my dog.
Mine had a few airplane rides now.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time I use my Bose, but for the purposes of kicker, I definitely used my kicker headphones on an airplane.
Oh yeah.
Bluetooth.
I have. I just say they've been my
Absolutely.
main airplane headphones.
And they sound
actually,
good.
yeah.
They sound good. Anyway.
Dope.
Yeah. The driver of the stolen Buick was found to be under the influence of intoxicants and arrested as well. The statement said the suspect driving the stolen Buick, Kristen Nicole Begue, 25 of Newburgh, was arrested for driving under the influence of intoxicants and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. As far as Cooper was concerned, he was arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempting to elude police, assault third degree, reckless driving, and other related crimes. It was just a shame that he wasn't arrested for being so damn unlucky.
Right. There should be like a charge just being an idiot.
Yeah. A felony. They call it felony dumb in police work.
Felony dumb.
Felony dumb.
Yeah. Like it does make me wonder, like, what possessed you to think that this was a good idea? You know what I mean?
So
Like,
first off, you steal a car. Then secondly, you're like, well, had this car for like 3 weeks now, no big deal. And then I'm going to get effed up
and then
go drive.
Drive said stolen car.
And then get crashed
Like
by a police pursuit.
At no point did it cross your mind that you may have made a terrible mistake. Like
they broke the one crime
Just
rule.
about the time when it went click, click, click.
You guys know the
click,
one-
click, 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 click on the handcuffs.
Yeah.
That's when reality set
You guys
in.
know the one crime rule, right? They broke the one crime rule. You don't do more than one crime like in a layer, like at the same time. Like
true.
You don't
You
text.
don't-
You don't text and drive and drink and drive at the same time. You
Yeah.
like pick one at worst.
Pick one at worst.
Yeah.
Because that's true. That's how they get you.
It's true.
Yeah.
You're
Don't-
trying to juggle too many crimes at
Yeah,
once.
Don't double crime.
You can't do it.
No.
No double dipping your crimes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was Mr. Duffield. He'll have some sympathy for this man. A Russian powerlifter broke both of his knees while trying to lift nearly 900 pounds.
Oh, the knees. Oh, why the knees? Oh,
Alexander
gosh.
Sedek was seriously injured while competing in the 2020 World Raw Powerlifting Federation.
The knees.
The WRPF. The WIPRF.
Rip-off.
And held in Dolgomprady, which is in the Moscow region of Russia.
Mother Russia.
In the video, there's a video, and I can't even watch it. Sedek could be seen attempting to squat the barbell weighing about 882 pounds. He collapses under the weight, falling onto his knees in visible pain. He had to undergo emergency surgery that lasted 6 hours, dude.
Fucking hell.
Let's see here. The
Worth
doctors
it.
say
Could
that
you imagine 900 pounds on your knees?
No, I cannot.
Good.
they assembled his knee. The quads were sewn with a double stitch. My wife also wrote that my meniscus was torn and the tendons flew off. But they have already sewn them all back on.
God.
Flew off.
Flew off. Those are the words he used. Now he's Russian. I don't know what's the word. They flew off.
I'm looking for the word.
There was the knee, and they left it. They left the knee. Okay.
Knee go boom.
My knee was like, hey, where did my tendons go? I don't know. Okay, they're out there somewhere. I don't know. They just flew away.
They're out there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Somebody give me vodka.
Yeah. He's gonna need a lot of it. Yeah, it makes you cringe just thinking about it, right, Jeff? Oh, God.
Man. I
Jeff
couldn't-
was he did football.
I blew out my shoulder in high school from weightlifting because I didn't stretch.
That's not the only
I
thing he's
can-
blown.
I can tell you, it's when you do an injury like that, that's forever.
I got a hot.
It's a forever.
That's a forever.
I got a hot knee tip. You guys ready for a hot knee tip?
I am.
You can probably confirm this. You're like a body mechanics guy. Well, like when you get overweight, one of the first thing that troubles you is your knees.
Yeah.
And I've found that if you force your toes forward when you walk up and down stairs, it's dramatically better for your knees.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
forcing myself to do that with stairs and not walk like toes out as one is more inclined to do as they fatten.
Yeah.
It's like dramatically better.
Yeah, or just
Or you
stop
could
getting
do-
fucking fat.
Hey, one thing at a time.
Or better yet, just stop using the stairs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Who needs them?
Who needs them,
The thing
huh?
is, you get post-fat behavior. Even if you like lose weight, you might still walk fatty and still hurt yourself that way.
It's true. It's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's a very good point.
That's a good point. So I have my own injury story that had to do with bodybuilding. I was squatting, and I was getting ready for a show. This
And you shit
would have
yourself.
I was 27.
Did you shit yourself?
No. I tore my SI. I ruptured my SI joint in my hip. I dislocated my hip. I tore my hamstring, my groin, my psoas, and all the muscle all the way up my sternum.
You know what? The story would have been a lot better
I
if
almost
you
lost
would have
my
just said
testicle.
that you shit yourself.
I know.
That would have been a much
He has
better
plenty
story.
of self-shitting stories in
took
the past.
me-
This is its own thing.
Oh no, I wasn't 27. I was 25. It took me almost 2 years to recover.
Damn.
Almost 2 years. Yep. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was like the 2 years you weren't around. as much
35
anymore.
years after mine went, I still deal with it daily, says Jeff Duffield. Yeah, he's got bad knees too.
Try-
Does
try
back
my-
from his hooker days.
Try my toes forward thing. Let me
Yeah,
know.
he's prowled the streets of Fremont for far too long.
Toes forward. Some Joe Rogan guest that was into back stuff was about that, and it's like
Was it a baby? His baby got back.
that baby changed my life. I love stairs now.
Do you
Love
really?
Yeah, I'll sleep on them.
Yeah.
I like watching girls on the stairs,
I
like
like
on the
slinkies.
Stairmaster at like the gym. But you can't be doing that, freaky looking stuff, because then you get in trouble and get kicked out the gym.
Freaky looking.
But the
This
Stairmaster, hey,
he's got a
whoa,
staring problem.
Stop! I don't tell on you.
Because I don't.
Don't tell on me. Anyway, I got a staring problem.
Anyway, rumor has it.
Rumor has it, the Stairmasters are a good thing to hang around.
Staring.
Yeah.
Staring.
Staring.
Can you believe it's already time to pay some bills?
Oh, dang.
Oh my God! Here
Can you
we
believe
go.
that?
Yeah, this is the
All
short
right, we're going
one.
to get back to some news in just a second, folks.
All right, hang
some
tight.
news and some more movies.
Quick, don't go.
Hi, I'm always on the go, and I need the one thing to help me keep moving.
Zip Fizz.
That's right. It's an all-natural energy mix that comes in a tube. I can keep one in my pocket or my purse. So many great flavors, such as fruit punch, grape, orange soda, plus no hard crash because there is no sugar, but it is loaded with B12. It's high on electrolytes. I just love it.
ZipFizz.com.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, Medicaid, or have private insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. Managing your diabetes is crucial to your health. The new CGM can automatically and easily help you manage your diabetes more effectively. And by using a CGM, you can eliminate the one thing most people with diabetes dislike the most: finger sticks. Now you can automatically manage your diabetes and end the painful finger sticks. Solara Medical Supplies makes it simple for you to have a new CGM. We'll do all the insurance paperwork for you and deliver the newest in diabetic care technology right to your door. Take charge of your diabetes today with the help of a new continuous glucose monitor. Call now to learn more. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651.
These wheels are real exciting and bear my name, Evil Knievel.
Hi, it's Waz from Greasy Conversation. Did you know the pioneering stuntman Evel Knievel, the world record motorcycle jumping father of extreme sports himself, lives on spiritually in the satiny dough and hearty brick cheese of the pizza that bears his name?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Pie, that's E-V-E-L, on glistening East Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. They've been thriving here since back in 2016 because, unlike our hero, it's not dangerous. The flavor isn't even risky, but it is braggadocious. I get the world-famous Snake River special with a rattlesnake sausage. Honestly, it's great. I do love it, and it makes me feel like a mighty conqueror of perilous beasts. Vegans, don't tune me out. This place is known for their vegan pizza too. So get over there. Just make sure you check the RadioVegas.rocks app first. That app will have new specials just for RadioVegas.rocks listeners. Show them the app and satisfy your lust for excitement.
Be sure to get your mix of music. Listen to us with the RadioVegas.rocks app available at the App Store. And check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.rocks shows, plus podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.rocks app.
You're listening to Two Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank.
All right, we are back, and we have Lunchables dirt cake style.
Yeah.
We're going to try these out. Now, next week, we are going to have a very, very special game of Bean Boozled. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get John Wayne Bobbitt involved, but we're going to try.
We're going to do it.
We're going to see if we can make him...
This is insane, this food object. How would you describe this to an audio listener?
If I did... Okay, so there's gummy worms.
There's 3 containers.
There's 3 containers. Gummy worms in the first. The second one is basically diarrhea.
It's chocolate.
And the third one is dried diarrhea.
Yeah, it's diarrhea crumbles, and then liquid diarrhea.
Yeah.
It's a Lunchables brand
like
dirt cake.
Like being too hydrated and then not hydrated enough when you pooped.
Is the southern part of
Like
America too
Putin?
influential when there's dirt cake Lunchables?
That's weird, right?
That's like, that came from one of the Carolinas, you guarantee it.
This was the Duffster. Okay, so you dick it.
You dick it.
You dip it in the chocolate.
So I'm gonna
and then
pour
you-
the dirt into the moist liquids.
All right.
I don't think you can do that.
It's trying
not
to stop me.
safe.
No, you remove the sticker, and then I should be able to pour the dirt into the frosting. Oh, dang it. I launched some dirt pouring the sticker.
Chocolate and fruit just, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's funny. Who's a chocolate and fruit person? Holler in the chat. What's the deal?
I'm not a chocolate and fruit person. I'm not.
But
But I
Is there
like
trash
fruit.
near one of you guys? I could dump what's in my hand too. Yeah, would you be able to kick that to me a little bit?
Adrian! We did it! We did it.
I feel like this should go in a bag. All right.
I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
I like it.
Yeah. I like gummy worms. I like liquid chocolate, and I like crumbly chocolate.
I might have to dump one of your donuts into it too. Think about that.
And diggity donuts.
Chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
So I couldn't resist the story because this is a man I've actually met. I think Jeff may have actually met this person. The one and the only Dennis Quaid. Now, when I met him,
the only movie I think of when I think of Dennis Quaid is when he gets like microscopic whatever and gets put into Martin Sheen.
Huh. I was thinking like Flight of the Phoenix.
What?
Flight in the Navigator?
Yeah. So when I met him, he was kind of a dick, but he was also looked really tired. He was there with like somebody that was not his wife and 2 kids. Maybe it was his wife, but
Well, you know he married the 22-year-old or whatever recently.
okay, so recently?
Yeah.
Okay, so wasn't that one? Because this was back in 2002,
Wow.
2002. So Dennis Quaid is adopting a Lynchburg shelter cat named Dennis Quaid.
That could be confusing for some people.
Right. Last week, we introduced you to a cat named Dennis Quaid. This weekend, he will make his journey to home, but you may not believe who's adopting him. It's really off the wall, but I just couldn't resist. I had to, said Dennis Quaid. Quaid couldn't pass up adopting the little guy with his name from Lynchburg Humane Society. I'm out to save all the Dennis Quaids of the world, said Dennis Quaid.
Nice. Clever.
That's
a cat?
You know what? Good. Yeah. It's a cat. It's a black cat. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
had a black
spay
cat
neuter.
named Tila Tequila. How funny.
You have interesting names for all of your animals.
I do. Yeah, I've got a Fozzie von Schnauzer right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a Rico Suave.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Minnie Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 2 turtle tortoises.
And their
Crush
name
Squirt.
is Crush and Squirt.
Yep, and then I've got my 2 birdies,
You
and
got
those
2
are
pigeons.
Those are Beaker and Bunsen.
Nice.
Beaker and Bunsen.
Yep.
Can I dip a donut hole in this? Like
Yes.
a chocolate on chocolate situation?
And then you have a hawk
Yeah.
that you don't
Hudson.
own, but his name is Hudson.
You have a
and then-
hawk?
Yeah, there's a hawk that lives in our
A
neighborhood.
hawk.
Hawk.
Whoa, can
Lives
you
in
like
our neighborhood.
fly it? Does it come back? Does it catch you things?
Oh yes,
It does
he
catch
does
stuff.
catch things.
And it comes
Holy
by.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good at catching things. We got 2-3 bunnies that live in our backyard that are just wild bunnies. We've got a mockingbird named Max.
Yeah. So if you want to come to the zoo of Mad Mike, it's only $65.99 for admission, and for a 2-day pass, it is only $105.
You get a yeah. All right, so I want to talk about some upcoming movies
I love this
because the Randys can't be saved, Jeff. That's true. I agree. Oh, that was good.
that was fire.
Guys, chocolate on chocolate.
All right, so let's talk about movies that are actually set to be released finally.
Okay, let's do it.
September 3rd, Tenet is finally set to come out. I'm really excited. That's the new Christopher Nolan. It's a new Christopher Nolan movie. It seems to have something to do with like time travel
Is
in
it
a way.
about David Tennant?
I wish.
The person that plays the Doctor Who?
That would be dope, but it's not. It's armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world. The protagonist journeys through a twilight world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something blank.
Whatever.
So next August 21st, there's a movie coming out called Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
Which could be good, which is about the famous inventor,
Tesla.
Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah.
I want to wrestle a Tesla.
It's just sad that the cars look so goofy.
That was like one of the
They do.
first 2 episodes of Two Clueless Dudes was titled Wrestle a Tesla.
Wrestle a Tesla. That's right. That's right. Let's see here. What's another good one coming
Oh,
out?
I already looked, and I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah. Bill and Ted Face the Music
Bill
comes
and
out
Ted.
August 28th.
Yes, I love that it's going to be music oriented too.
Yes.
We're going to have to go watch that.
Yeah, there's apparently a theme where they're like trying out Weezer. So I'm really excited to see. that. Also, August 28th, The New Mutants, which is like Fox's last Marvel movie, which is based on a horror. It got a horror vibe, like an insane asylum vibe.
Like a horror?
Horror.
Oh, horror.
Yeah. And then September 4th is supposed to be Mulan.
Oh, I would love
But
to
I think that's only coming out on.
That's
I think they
action.
said they're coming out on Disney Plus.
That's live action.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing about that is they're not going to have Mushu.
Yeah. So there's also there's a movie coming out starring
Jar Jar.
Starring Tom Bombadil? No.
I don't know.
What the kid that plays Spider-Man?
Oh, I don't remember his
Oh,
name.
Little Tom.
Little Tom.
I just know
He's
you're
got a
talking
movie
about.
coming out September 16th called The Devil All the Time. In an explosive Midwestern Gothic tale spanning 2 decades, sinister characters converge around young Arvin Russell as he fights the evil forces that threaten him and everything he loves. Based on Donald Ray Pollock's award-winning novel.
Yeah, I don't think so. A pass.
How about The Kingsman?
I didn't like the first 2.
I liked the first one. The second one was meh.
The first 2 were too DC-ish.
Dickish?
DC-ish.
They were a little bit.
DC-esque.
But I liked the first one. I thought the first one was fun. Wonder Woman 1984. That comes out October 2nd.
I could watch that
2020.
with the little
So this is the one that I am kind of
sexy
interested
thing.
in.
I'd do
October
that.
16th, Candyman. They're doing a remake of Candyman, the 1992 horror movie. Do you remember that movie?
It was
freaked
a
me
long
out.
time ago. I remember being in grade school, and back then you could like turn the lights off and stuff. And
Right.
The big
Well,
thing
you didn't
was
have
you
to
turn the
because the
lights off,
Candyman can.
and you say Candyman 3 times in the mirror, and then he shows up, and then
And humps your leg.
Ah!
Yeah.
But it never really happens, so I don't know.
But I really like the movie. Coming up next, October 23rd is a Snake Eyes.
Really?
Which is a G.I. Joe centered around Snake Eyes. Now, I want to see who it's starring. Henry Golding, Andrew Koji, Iko Uwais, Ursula Corbero, and Haruka Abe. So it's not the same person that played Snake Eyes in the original G.I. Joe, which was at Bray Park. But, of course, he's also in his late 40s, early 50s, maybe.
Yeah.
He might be a little too old to be going around playing Snake Eyes. Then you've got Black Widow, which is now slated to come out November 6th.
Dope.
That's pretty cool.
Dope.
Very excited for that.
Black Widow's probably a high, like, top 5.
That's really the... Oh, and then December 18th. This is when I'm very excited.
He's very excited.
Dune.
Oh, dude, finally back, yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're
Why
doing
are
the
you
entire
excited?
story or they're just doing... Dune was actually really
That's
good.
a cool story.
Really good novel series. Really good shows. But I'm excited to see if they're going to do... Are they going to do like a trilogy with the movies, or are they going to try to pack everything into one movie?
Yeah, I'm wondering too.
Because it's so long.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you could do it all in one take. And if they do, they're obviously not going to do it justice. Coming to America.
What?
Yeah. Only to America. Coming to America #2. Which is stars Eddie Murphy and...
Arsenio Hall.
And Arsenio Hall. They're bringing it back, folks. It came out in 1988, so this
Oh
is a
my
sequel.
God, it was 88?
1988, if that doesn't blow your mind.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to McDowell's.
Isn't that crazy? I thought I would share that all with you. So, next thing we're going to get into is...
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm really
Finally
excited.
a good remake. Or not even a remake, a second one. But it's been so long, it's like a remake.
All right, so we're going to go through... We've got time. We're going to do just the top 10. These are top 10 4-star movies by Roger Ebert.
Okay.
Okay, do you remember him? He was the big
We'll do
movie
this
critic.
quick so we can get through Reddit.
Ebert picks.
Oh, do you want to do? Let's do Reddit. You want to do
Reddit
Reddit?
Revenge,
Let's
because
do
we can
that.
do yours in, next week and
Yeah.
rolling it longer.
Okay.
Exactly. Let's
hang tight.
Let's do Reddit Revenge.
We're going to do Reddit Revenge.
Nobody cares.
And now,
Apparently you do. So this week's story I called Keep My Money and Tools, huh?
Keep my money and tools, huh?
That's right. That's right. I'm a trade painter that worked for around 5
Pamela
years.
says, lol, that was funny.
You're a dick. I'm a trade painter that worked for around 5 years, essentially running a company for an owner who took a very hands-off approach. He essentially a name and working capital and not much else.
Okay.
After getting an offer to work for a bigger commercial company and my old boss's realization he would have to run his own company as there really wasn't anyone else in-house that was qualified, he resorted to acting like a child to try to make me stay.
Did he
Have
pee
you
on
ever
the
had
walls?
have you ever had a boss like that wouldn't let you move up or go whatever?
Yep.
Because you were so good at your job or
Yep.
too good at your job, they wouldn't let you go?
Absolutely. It's happened to me several times, in fact.
Yeah. All right, so made me
I
run
just
around
blamed
the
it on the
world
rain.
to receive my final pay, which I never even got, and refused to return my tools spread through various jobs. Revenge time. As luck would have it, another even better offer from an even bigger company ended up in my lap that wanted to subcontract me a very substantial amount of their work, but I'm going to need more employees for that. So I go through and I call each and every member of the original company and I offer them $3 an hour raise to work for me, which all of them accepted. After all, they know me, they've worked for me for years,
Right.
and it's more money. No brainer.
Word.
They barely know the owner, and what they do know, they don't like. I then asked them to grab only my tools, which was the vast majority of tools on the jobs, from their respective jobs when they leave for the weekend on Friday. Monday rolled around, and my boss is getting call after call from supervisors asking why nobody's at work and what's going on.
Well,
He was so hands-off, he didn't even have the employees' phone numbers to call and ask
damn,
them.
he didn't even know.
He's essentially without employees and little to no tools to complete any jobs at this point.
Damn.
We'll fast forward 6 months, and his company has now closed. He's
Yeah.
lost all of his work. His new addition to his house has come to a grinding halt halfway through construction. He's hurting big time. I never got my last check, but I did get a great group of workers and a company of my own, so I guess we'll call it even.
Bangerang, Peter.
Bangerang, Peter.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Blame it on the rain.
Did you like that? Little Milli Vanilli bringing it back at you. Folks, we're down to the last few minutes of our show, so I want to take this time to say if any of you are, with the whole COVID thing, a lot of people are cooking at home more often. Please check out the Facebook page, Time to Bake with Krista on Pampered Chef. She sells Pampered Chef products. They're incredible cooking products. They
Yes,
actually
they
have
are.
like pans, and their pans have detachable handles.
So you can put them in
could
the oven.
actually like store them without the stupid handles popping out. So they just have some very clever things, some incredible stoneware that's getting ready to come out.
Some unique things you can find nowhere else.
Absolutely.
Some really special stuff.
Cool
yeah.
air fryers.
They've been around for a long time, so you can get support.
40
over
years.
40 years.
Mhm.
And they've got this. I'm really excited. We've got one on the way. It's a blender that not only can just do regular blending, but it can actually heat and make
wow.
soups,
Huh.
which is pretty
Fancy
dope.
that. Wow, a blender to make soups. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
gonna
use that.
throw crayons in
Yum. I love crayon soup.
there. Oh, it's the best.
Oh,
Waxy.
Waxy, but that's
Totally.
it's like Halloween.
That's what you eat, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like eating those little corn things.
Yeah, nothing feels like Halloween like a good crayon soup.
That's true.
The only bad thing about those
So
little
check
corn
that
things
out.
is you never know how old they are because they could legitimately be 40 years old and you would never know.
That's true.
Yeah. So be careful when you eat candy corn.
Yeah, it could literally be.
40 years old.
It could just be some old guy's tooth. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Now, if you're looking for old guy's teeth, it's it's its own delicacy.
It really is. It's huge in Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan?
They're known for that.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
So definitely check that out. Jeff even says he agrees about Pampered Chef. The products are great. They really are.
Actually, Jeff just ordered from Pampered Chef.
He did. I've got some cool stuff to give to Jeff on Sunday, in fact.
Yeah.
On top of that, we will have John Wayne Bobbitt in next week. So
yes, we
tell
will.
your friends, tell everyone who is anyone.
Tell everyone. Tell your mom. Tell your dog. Tell everybody.
My sister actually ran across him in a Taco Bell.
Oh.
Back in the late 90s.
Mm.
Obviously, he will not remember my sister, but she remembers him.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a great show for next week. So
there is Time to Bake with Krista plus independent consultant for Pampered Chef. So check that out.
Check
folks.
it out. She's
also,
actually got a lot of recipes on there too.
She does.
It's very cool.
Sundays at 4. We've got Greasy Conversation. Boom.
That's right.
Waz's flagship show. Go ahead and check that bad boy out. They talk about all the dankest news going on in the world.
That's right.
And you've always got the Rocking Comedy Show, which is it still Monday through Wednesday?
Actually, RadioVegas.rocks.
Yeah, check out their
is
schedule.
The best way to see where it's at right now, because it moved recently and I forgot. Oh, you know what? Here we go.
There he goes. Monday, the Run Comedy Show, 6 times. That is the flagship show for RadioVegas.rocks.
Monday, 6 p.m.
Monday at 6 p.m. That's obviously going to be Pacific Standard Time.
Tuesday at noon. Monday at 6 p.m. and Tuesday at noon. Rocking Comedy Show.
Dope.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Dope.
And make sure you check us out once again.
Yeah,
Facebook, Two Clueless Dudes. YouTube.
Yep.
AllTube.
And whatever you do,
TwitchTube.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
That's right.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Until next time, folks. Thanks
Stay
for
classy.
tuning in to Two Clueless Dudes from Mad Mike and the Hank.
Pamela.
And Waz allegedly. Thank you.
Peace.
And we'll see you next week. Tune in, John Wayne Bobbitt.
All right. Check. All right. Okay, cool. All right, bye, everybody.